to MandoBug Crafts episode 5! Yay! You know, every time I come in here to record these episodes, I keep surprising myself that I'm still doing this. And I think it's because I quit stuff a lot, so hopefully I don't quit this. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. For those of you that are returning viewers, thank you again. And for new viewers, welcome! MandoBug Crafts, I'm MandoBug. You can find me everywhere as MandoBug. Or if you like real people names, you can call me Amanda. Okay, so something I've learned. This week I have been working on putting my dissertation together for Nerd Wars. And I'll talk about that a little bit later, but that has something to do with what I've learned. So I have taught myself how to do stranded colorwork knitting, and I'll show you my swatch that I've actually done for my dissertation. Here it is. It's stockinette and it curls, and I'm still learning what I'm doing. So I just picked a couple of different motifs off of the free pattern. My favorite things, I'll link to it in the notes. But basically, for those of you that don't knit or haven't ever done color work, you hold two strands. Well, okay, there's two different ways to do it. You can hold one strand at a time and drop it when you don't use it, pick up the next color, and vice versa. Or you can hold a color in each hand, which is what I was doing. You need to know how to knit both ways. I think they're continental and English. That might be wrong. I'll add a little note if that's wrong. But there's two ways to knit. I learned one way, had issues with it, learned the other way, worked better for me, so I knew how to do both. I kind of suck at one of them. So hopefully this project will increase my skills and make something super cute. But so for the back side, I did it flat, and you don't normally do this flat because this is what the back looks like. I mean, you can see all the colors that when they're not active, they're they just trail along in the back until you use that color again. And normally in this kind of color work, which I think is called Fair Isle, I think that's just a term for this kind of color work, you normally don't change colors more than 5 stitches apart, and I think this top one here has some color changes that are more than 5 stitches. So you'll see the really long strands in this one. But the pattern I'm doing is knit in the round. I didn't want to knit that much for my swatch, so I just did it flat. Purling color work is harder than knitted color work, in my opinion. So that was fun. If you're a knitter and you've never tried this because it's intimidating, just do it. It's not that bad, and it's beautiful. And come on, I'm a new knitter, and I did it. That means you can do it. So that's what I've learned this week. For works in progresses, I say that wrong anyways. Doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. This week I only have one going. I just started it this morning. I've had a very busy week, and by busy I mean no chance to craft. Oh well. And next week will be better. But I've been working on this. This is Hobby Lobby's. I love this yarn. Desert Glaze. It's like a really soft pumpkin color. I'm using it to make more pumpkins for the cute critters war. It's a pattern that I'm making up myself. We'll see. I've made it once already today. It's turning out okay. You can be the judge of that later. I'm using my standard G-hook for anything that needs to be stuffed with worsted weight. So I don't know if I'm going to offer it as a free pattern because it's really simple and it's kind of sewing intensive. I don't know. You guys let me know. If you want the pattern, I would share it for free. So if nobody wants it, then there's no point in me putting it out there. But that's it for my work in progress. I think I said it right that time. So, finished objects. Woo, I'm really excited about my finished object this week. I finally finished the Phoebe doll by Lydia Tresselt. If that's how you say her name, I hope it is. And it's so cute. and super huge. Here it is in all its huge. I mean, look at this next to me. Like, this is huge. This guy is humongous, but it's so cute. Oh, and I'll show you the tail real quick before I sit back down with him. Wiggly, wiggly, wiggle. I've mentioned a couple times that this pattern is written for fingering weight yarn, and I used worsted weight, so it wasn't written to be this big, but that was something I overlooked when I already paid for the pattern. Kind of expensive for most patterns that I buy, but totally worth it. The shaping on this doll, I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, look at that body. It's got nice little roundness to it. He doesn't look like just circles. He's got feet. I mean, look at the shaping on the feet. It's just so cute. And the tail. And then this little knitted scarf was part of it too. So it's a good thing that I learned to knit. Oh, and then the ears. The ears, that black is embroidered on, so it has to use in a couple different skills. But super cute. Worth the purchase. Love the pattern. The yarn I used was Red Heart, Super Saver, Tweed, Twists, I think. I'll link, I link all the notes on my blog, so I'll link it to my project page. But I also used Vanna's Choice Tweed for the scarf, and I think Vanna's Choice for the hand and the black on the feet. But I'm going to a baby shower today, and I'm going to give this present to future mommy for future baby girl, and I hope they love it because I love it, so lucky them. So that's my finished object. I actually have a couple more, but I'm going to share those later. So, enabling. I don't have any this week. Last week I went to the Georgia Alpaca Fiber Fest, and I showed all my goodies to you. And I'm putting myself on financial restriction until this weekend, so I'm sure you understand. But for current events, so my mystery knit along, the Los Lirios pattern by Alabrigo. I have not worked on it this week. I have been really, really busy. So I'll just go ahead and let you know. If you subscribe to my channel, you probably saw the video that I've uploaded already. Of me belly dancing. That's what I've kind of been busy with this week. I started taking a beginner's belly dancing class, and we performed yesterday night, and so it was me and two other beginners, and well, I think actually one of them might have been more than beginner, but we were both really nervous, so we got together this week for a dress rehearsal, and then we had actual dress rehearsal, and these were all my work nights, and I worked 10-hour days. I mean, I just had no time for crafting, but it was totally worth it, a lot of fun. If you like dancing, try belly dancing. It was a blast. So that's why I didn't get around to working on my mystery knit along. Still on Clue 2, even though Clue 3 has been released, and who knows when the last Clue is going to be released. Pretty soon, I think, and I'm just going to have to play catch-up, but that's okay. I'm still really proud of myself for doing Mystery Lace the first time around. I'm crazy. Also, for current events, is the Cute Critters War, Episode 3, over on the Nerd Wars group. This is their fun times in between tournaments. And I have 2 finished pumpkins to share. I made another pumpkin pincushion. Oh, cute. Cute little pumpkin butt. I used another I-cord for this stem. I really like the I-cord stem. I'm hooked on it. And then this is the pattern that I was telling you that I was making up. It's just a baby guy. Oh, with a baby pumpkin with a baby butt. With an I-cord stem. Surprise. It's a lot of fun. It's sewing intensive, like I said. You make like a little rectangle, and it's half double crocheted, so you have to make sure your tension's tight because you can see the stuffing through it if you're not tight enough, like I'm kind of not tight enough. And then you you wrap it around, sew the 2 ends together, and then you pull the stitches on the top tight, stitches on the bottom tight, and then you run the thread up and down it to give it that nice squish. And I'm not sure if people are looking for such a sewing intensive pattern, and that's why I mentioned I'll put it up if people request for it, totally free. If not, you know, I don't really see a reason to put it up if no one's interested in making it. Or if people see it, don't realize it's so sewing intensive, and then they get mad. I don't want to make anybody mad. Because, you know, some knitters and crocheters don't want to touch sewing, and that's completely fine. So, oh, and plus I don't have a stem for it unless you know how to knit and crochet. So my pumpkins, that will be a total of 5 so far. The Cute Critters War is going on through the 27th, I believe. Note if that's wrong. I'll double check. But Team Pumpkin Spice, I think we're tied for Decoy Squad members with Team Pineapple right now, so if anybody's out there and wants to make some inanimate objects that are stuffed and join our team and help us along in the fun times, do it. So, that brings me to upcoming events. So there are 2. And I kind of mentioned the Atlanta Shop Hop before. So this is the 7th annual Atlanta Shop Hop. If you live anywhere near Atlanta, I'm 2.5 hours away, but I'm going to go do it. Me and Knitwim Lindsay are planning on heading up there on Monday, so the shop hop lasts an entire week. It is September 28th through October 6th, and so I guess it starts this Saturday and goes for a whole week. We're planning on heading up on Monday and just making an entire day trip out of it. So what you do is you get a passport. I think it's only a couple of dollars, and you go to each of the shops on the passport. And I believe there's 9 shops. When you spend at least $10 in a shop, you get a stamp. If you get stamped completely, you get entered for the grand prize, which is $900 worth of certificates to all of these stores, which is amazing, and would love to win that. Who wouldn't? But then there's also lots of other prizes and drawings that they will be doing. If you don't complete your card, you can still turn it in for other prizes, I believe. And also, the shops are going to be giving out free patterns to visitors and stuff like that. So that's really exciting. I can't wait to do that. This will be my first year. That's why I'm on financial restriction currently. It's really hard. It's so hard. I have a soft spot in my heart for crafting supplies. Don't we all? And then the other upcoming event is Nerd Wars, and I kind of talked about it before. Like I said, the rules are really long and intensive, but basically you sign up for a team, and for this tournament the deadline is September 27th, so soon. You have to sign up for a team if you want to play on a team. You can play on a team, or you can play with the Ninja Warriors. Either way is fun, I've heard. I haven't played either ways, but I've signed up for Team Notations, and that team's nerdery is music. So each team has a different nerdery. So there's teams for people who love Doctor Who, Team TARDIS. There's teams for people who like comics, Team Shady Cells. There's a team for almost any kind of nerdiness that there is out there. And so Team Notations is going to be fun and awesome because I love music, and these people also love music, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So the tournament starts October 1st, and it lasts 3 months. There's 3 different rounds. And like I said, my dissertation it's also something that they do. It's a project that you expect it to take you 3 months to make it. And I picked my favorite things cowl, which is a really long circular colorwork cowl. And this is my first time doing knitted colorwork, so I think it's going to take me 3 months, but I'm super excited about it. I've already picked out a bunch of motifs that I'm going to do, so you'll get to see lots of in progress photos of that, and hopefully I won't be coming on here going, oh, I hate this, kind of like I do with the mystery shawl. I mean, I don't hate the mystery shawl, I just have problems knitting lace, and hopefully the color work won't be as bad. So really, that's it. You know, this is a super short episode for me, but it's been a very short crafty week for me. Mostly been focused on work and belly dance, so until next week, have a good crafty week.